Good morning, Rocky Mountain Country. It is 6 o'clock on the dot here in Denver, and you're with Red Zone Radio. Michael Hale in the chair, coffee in hand, trying to convince my brain it's not still midnight.
He says coffee in hand like it's a stable situation. I just watched him almost baptize the control board.
That was a controlled splash. All right. Weather first, because everybody's got somewhere to be. Clear skies over Denver right now. Cold enough to make your windshield hate you. Highs later in the upper 30s. A little breeze coming down off the foothills. If you're up along the Front Range, watch for black ice on side streets.
Traffic. I-25 is moving north and south through town. No major crashes yet. C-470 has the usual slowdowns near the merge points. If you're heading west early, I-70 through the mountains is decent, but treat the shaded curves like they're sneaky. That's where the ice lives.
All right. We'll do the usual headlines, we'll take your calls, and we'll try to keep this show from turning into an argument about which state has the worst drivers. Spoiler, it's all of them.
That's not a spoiler. That's a fact.
Now, first little note coming in this morning from the U.S. Geological Survey. And before anyone gets dramatic, let's put it in perspective right away.
It's 6:05, Michael. What could USGS possibly be doing to us at 6:05?
USGS reports elevated seismic activity near Yellowstone National Park overnight. No immediate threat indicated. Monitoring continues. That's the whole thing.
They used the word elevated.
They love that word. Elevated. Notable. Within expected ranges. It's like the language of people who don't want their email turned into a scary headline.
Still, Yellowstone is one of those places that makes people nervous. You say that name and folks start picturing the movie version of reality.
Right. So here's real reality. Yellowstone gets earthquakes all the time. It's a geothermal area. Sensors pick up small tremors daily. Most of them aren't even felt. So we keep an eye on it, we don't panic, and we do the show.
People are already texting. Did you feel that? Is this about Yellowstone? Stuff like that.
People text, did you feel that when a bus hits a pothole?
Okay, but some of these are from people actually up there.
All right, fair. If you're in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, if you felt shaking, call us. Keep it clean, keep it real. Tell us what you personally experienced, not what your cousin's friend posted.
We've got a call coming in from West Yellowstone, Montana. Ethan, you're on.
Morning. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but my whole cabin shook overnight. More than once. And everybody's acting like it's just normal.
Ethan, where are you exactly?
West Yellowstone. Right on the edge. We're not in the park, but we're close enough that tourists basically breathe our air half the year.
Curious, when did you feel the shaking?
First one was late, after midnight. I thought it was a snowplow. Then around 5, it was like somebody slammed the cabin from the outside. Dishes rattled. Kid woke up. And then after that, little ones. Like the ground doing a slow shiver every few minutes.
Concerned? Any damage?
Uneasy. Not major. Some stuff fell off a shelf. But I'm telling you, this doesn't feel like the normal little Yellowstone wiggles. I've lived here 10 years. You learn what normal feels like.
Ethan, it's Michael. 10 years up there. You're basically part bison. You sure it wasn't a herd leaning on your porch? No. And that's the thing. People make jokes. I'm not calling to scare anybody. I'm calling because it's weird.
What else have you noticed, Ethan? Only what you can actually confirm.
Animals are acting off. Elk were down by the river at a time they're usually tucked in. And this morning the steam looked thicker, like it was pushing harder than usual.
You're saying multiple tremors overnight, animals in unusual places, and thicker steam from a thermal area you can see. That's what you personally observed.
Yes, that's it.
Do you have a plan if local officials tell people to move?
Truck's full. We've got a bag. But you can't just run every time the ground shakes out here, or you'd never sleep.
Understood. Keep your radio on. If you get any official notice, Park Service, county alerts, call us back.
And Ethan, if you see bison packing suitcases, you call us immediately. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
All right, that's one caller. Not a disaster, but it's a real person close to the area saying this feels different, so we don't ignore it.
Social media's lighting up about animals in the park. People posting videos like it's an exodus.
A herd of bison walking near a road is not a sign of doom. It's Yellowstone.
Still, it's getting attention.
Attention is fine, panic is not. Here's what we have that's solid. USGS says elevated seismic activity overnight. That's it. No official warnings, no evacuation. Yet.
Another USGS note just came in. Hold on. Seismicity remains elevated. Multiple events recorded in the past hour, including a magnitude 3.9.
3.9 is enough to rattle a cabin, especially if you're close. That supports Ethan.
They're calling it a swarm.
A swarm just means a cluster. Lots of quakes in a short time. Happens in volcanic regions, happens along faults, happens for a bunch of reasons. It's the Earth shifting and settling.
Settling into what, though?
That's the question, and if anyone tells you they know for sure at 6:30 in the morning, they're guessing.
Local forums are split. Half the people are like, yeah, it's Yellowstone, and the other half are telling everyone to pack bags. Somebody says a road near Norris is buckling. Somebody else says steam is coming out of the ground near their barn.
And none of that is verified. This is why rumors are dangerous. They turn real anxiety into chaos.
Mike, message just came in from someone in Cody, Wyoming, saying they felt a stronger one just now. Cody isn't exactly next door.
If Cody's feeling it, either something bigger hit, or it's in a spot that carries well. Let's see what USGS posts.
All right. I think I felt something just now.
I did too. Light. But real. That's Denver. All right. Folks, if you're tuning in late, we are tracking a seismic swarm near Yellowstone. We just felt a light tremor here in Denver. That is unusual, unless a larger event occurred.
Lines are blowing up.
We'll take them, one at a time. Location first, what you felt, what you saw. If you're calling to tell us the sky is falling, we're going to move on.
Mark in Idaho Falls, you're on.
Yeah. Hi. My whole neighborhood just moved. That's the only word. Moved. Like a wave went under the street.
Describe it. Was it a jolt? A roll?
A roll. Not sharp. Like the ground was breathing. My wife screamed. Dog ran. Then after it stopped, there was this low sound, like distant thunder, but the sky's clear.
Any damage?
Not that I can see. But everybody's outside looking at each other like, did that just happen? And my neighbor said Jackson felt it harder.
Okay. Standard precautions. Stay away from anything that can fall, secure what you can, and if you feel it again, get low under something sturdy and away from windows. Thank you, Mark. Keep listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Idaho Falls. Okay.
USGS update. Magnitude 4.7 earthquake. Northwest Wyoming, Yellowstone region. Aftershocks likely. That's why Denver felt it.
4.7 is the first one this morning that changes the vibe. Not catastrophic, but significant. People will feel that across a wide area.
And the swarm isn't stopping.
Exactly. Now, I want to give you something practical if you're in the region. Don't stand under shelves. Don't stand next to glass. Know where your shoes are. It sounds silly until you're walking across broken stuff at 6 in the morning with kids.
Yeah.
Resetting. It's coming up on 7. At the top of the hour, we'll recap everything cleanly for folks just tuning in. We're also going to try to get someone from USGS on the line, because rumors are moving faster than facts right now.
Park Service just posted. Yellowstone National Park. Temporary closures of certain thermal areas as a precaution. Visitors should follow ranger instructions and remain on boardwalks.
That's not just a post. That's a decision. That means park staff is seeing conditions that could hurt people. Ground stability, water changes, something.
Comments are a mess. People are yelling, this is normal and this is the end. Same thread.
The comments section is not an emergency plan.
Put that on a mug.
If you're near the park, avoid thermal areas. That ground can look solid and be paper thin. It can collapse into boiling water. That's true even on a normal day. Today is not looking like a normal day.
Dave's signaling from the glass. He wants to know if we're staying on this or moving to planned programming.
Bring him in for a second. Off-air talk, but we'll do it on-air because listeners deserve transparency. We've got the rest of the morning lined up, Mike. If this is a nothing burger, we just blew our first hour on it. Dave, if this is nothing, great. We'll gladly look foolish. But we just felt a tremor in Denver tied to a 4.7 near Yellowstone, and the park is closing thermal areas. That's not nothing. All right. As long as we keep it clean. No panic radio. Clean. Verified. That's the deal.
It's 7 a.m. Mountain. Quick recap for anybody just turning the dial.
Here's what we know at 7 o'clock. Overnight, USGS reported elevated seismic activity near Yellowstone. Multiple small quakes. Then, at approximately 6:41 a.m. Mountain, a magnitude 4.7 struck in northwest Wyoming near the Yellowstone region. That quake was felt in parts of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and lightly here in Colorado. Yellowstone National Park has announced temporary closures of certain thermal areas as a precaution. No broad evacuation order has been issued.
But calls are coming in from multiple states, and the swarm appears to be ongoing.
Exactly. Now, our producer just got word. USGS is willing to put a scientist on the line, but they want this informational, no sensational language. Good. That's what we do.
Female scientist name on the board? Dr. Emily Chen, USGS.
Perfect. Patch her in. Dr. Chen, this is Michael Hale with Red Zone Radio. Thank you for joining us on short notice.
Good morning, Michael. Thanks for having me.
People are hearing Yellowstone and their imaginations are running wild. Can you explain what an earthquake swarm is and what you're actually seeing this morning?
Certainly. An earthquake swarm is a sequence of earthquakes occurring in the same general area over a relatively short time. Instead of one main event followed by aftershocks, a swarm can have many similar-sized events. Yellowstone is an area where swarms can happen because of the complex geology, faults, fluids, and the hydrothermal system.
So, a swarm does not automatically mean something catastrophic.
Correct. Many swarms at Yellowstone end without any significant additional activity. Our job is to monitor for patterns that would indicate a change in hazard level.
Listeners are reporting thicker steam, stronger sulfur smells, and unusual animal behavior. How much stock do you put in that?
Public observations can sometimes be helpful, but they vary in reliability. Thermal features can change for reasons unrelated to magma movement. During seismic activity, the underground plumbing can shift. Water pathways can open or close, pressure can change, and that can affect geysers and hot springs. That is one reason park management may restrict access to certain areas during increased seismicity.
What about the 4.7? That's strong enough to be felt far from the park. Does that concern you?
A 4.7 in that region is significant, yes, and it's consistent with the swarm that has increased in energy. It warrants close monitoring. It also means people should take standard earthquake precautions because additional felt earthquakes are likely.
You mentioned monitoring hazard level. What indicators would cause USGS to raise that level?
We look at several streams: seismicity, how many earthquakes, how large, how deep, and their pattern; ground deformation, whether the surface is rising or sinking; and gas emissions. Significant, sustained changes across multiple indicators would prompt us to reassess.
Are you seeing ground deformation right now?
We are observing changes that we are analyzing. I want to be responsible with language. Deformation measurements can show small variations over time. What matters is the trend and context. At the moment, we are evaluating whether the current activity represents a notable departure from recent patterns.
That's a cautious way of saying you're watching something.
We are watching closely, yes.
One more thing. People keep asking, should we leave? What do you want the public to do right now?
Follow local emergency management and Park Service guidance. Do not enter closed areas. Stay away from thermal features. If you're in a place that feels shaking, take standard precautions. Secure items that can fall, know safe locations in your home, and have basic supplies. We are not advising broad evacuation based solely on the current information, but local authorities may issue specific instructions for the immediate area.
Respectful. Dr. Chen, thank you for being straightforward without feeding panic.
Of course.
We are observing changes that we are analyzing. That's the kind of sentence that sits heavy.
It is. But it's also honest. She didn't say run, she didn't say nothing. She said we're watching. That's where we are.
The tremor count is climbing. People are tracking it, 40 plus in the past hour and a half.
That's a lot of movement under one region in one morning.
We've got a caller in Bozeman, Montana. Female caller. Name on the screen, Megan. That's you, Michael.
Put her on.
Hi, I'm in Bozeman. I'm a nurse and I just got off a shift. And I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but we've had patients coming in already. Older folks who fell during the shaking, kids who are scared, people asking if they should leave.
Megan, thank you for what you do. Are you feeling repeated tremors there?
Yes, not constant, but enough that you stop trusting the floor, and people are watching their phones like it's going to tell them the future.
Have you heard anything official in Bozeman? Any county alert?
Not yet. Just the basic earthquake swarm notice. But I'm hearing from coworkers with family closer to the park, West Yellowstone, Gardner. People are talking about leaving early just in case.
That's a human response, but we need to keep it tied to official guidance. For your patients and your community, what's the biggest practical advice right now?
If you have elderly family, make sure they've got shoes and a flashlight by the bed. If you've got kids, don't lie to them, but don't feed them scary stories either. And if you take medication, fill it if you can. People forget that part until it's a problem.
That's solid advice. Megan, be safe getting home, and if you hear anything official, call us back.
I will. Thank you.
That's Bozeman, and earlier Ethan in West Yellowstone. This is spreading through communities fast, even without an order.
Fear spreads faster than ash, Jenny.
Male caller and Island Park, Idaho. Caleb, I'm taking him.
Jenny, listen, there's steam coming up in a field near my cousin's place, and I'm not talking about like, oh, it's cold outside. I'm talking a white plume out of the ground.
Caleb, slow down. Where exactly are you?
Breathing, Island Park. We're not inside the park. We're near the highway, and there's this spot, always just grass, always normal, and now there's steam, and the ground around it looks damp, like it's sweating.
You're looking at it right now?
Yes, I'm standing on the road, not close, because my cousin yelled at me to stay back. It smells bad too, strong sulfur.
Good. Stay back. Do not approach. That ground can collapse, and the gases can be irritating or dangerous. Have you called local authorities?
Who do you call? The sheriff? The park? I don't even know whose job it is when the earth starts venting.
Call your county dispatch on the non-emergency line if you can, and report a new vent with steam and sulfur smell. Give them your nearest road and mile marker. Even if they can't send someone immediately, it gets logged. And keep your distance. That's the main thing.
Okay. People are already talking about leaving.
Follow official guidance. Prepare, yes. Panic driving blindly, no. Caleb, call us back if anything changes, if you see flame, ash, or if officials arrive. I will, thank you.
New steam vents outside known thermal areas. That's not something I love hearing.
And now it's not just inside the park, it's the surrounding region.
Still, these are reports. They're credible, but we have to treat them carefully. What we can do is connect them to what Dr. Chen said. Hydrothermal changes can happen during seismicity. That might be what this is. Might.
I'm seeing a local emergency alert text posted by someone in Wyoming. It reads, Emergency Management. Increased seismic activity near Yellowstone. Stay alert for updates. Do not enter closed areas. Prepare for aftershocks. People are starting to get those.
That's the shift. When phones start buzzing across counties, people move from curiosity to action.
And there's a new county notice, Park County, Wyoming. Residents and visitors in the immediate Yellowstone area are advised to evacuate as a precaution. It's not broad yet, but it's the first evacuation language I've seen.
Okay, that's our second official marker this morning after the thermal area closures. A precautionary evacuation advisory for the immediate area.
It says immediate Yellowstone area. That's vague on purpose.
Because they don't want to draw a map and cause a stampede. But that means if you're near the park, especially inside it or right outside it, you need to start thinking about leaving now while roads still move.
And if everyone thinks that at the same time, roads stop moving.
Exactly.
Dave is back on the window. He wants to know how long we can stay on this without losing our structure.
Dave, tell the rest of the team, this is the structure. We're in it now.
Copy that.
All right. It's 7:48 a.m. Mountain. We are in ongoing coverage of an earthquake swarm near Yellowstone, with a 4.7 felt across multiple states. Thermal area closures announced by the park, and now the first precautionary evacuation advisory for the immediate Yellowstone area. USGS confirms elevated seismicity and is evaluating other indicators.
Mike, you hear how that sounds when you say it all in one sentence?
Yeah, I do.
What happens if the swarm keeps climbing? What happens if those changes they're analyzing turn into something they can't keep hedging?
We keep doing exactly what we're doing. We stay calm, we verify, and we tell people what they need to know. One step at a time.
Lines are still full.
We're going to keep taking a few more regional calls, and then we'll do another clean recap at 8 o'clock. If you are in the immediate Yellowstone area and you have been advised to evacuate, do it early and do it smart. If you're farther out, prepare for aftershocks and keep your head.
And if you're listening and you're thinking, this is probably nothing, maybe it is, but probably isn't a plan.
Exactly. Coming up, no break, no distractions.
more reports, more verification, and we're going to see whether this swarm is calming or whether the next hour brings something worse. It's 8 o'clock Mountain Time. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Red Zone Radio out of Denver. I'm Michael Hale.
And I'm Jenny. We've been tracking an earthquake swarm centered around the Yellowstone region since 6 this morning.
Here's the clean recap. USGS reported elevated seismic activity near Yellowstone overnight. We had a felt quake around the mid-4s earlier this morning, enough that people felt it across Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and lightly here in Colorado. Yellowstone National Park has temporarily closed certain thermal areas as a precaution. We've also seen local emergency messaging advising people in the immediate area to stay alert and follow instructions.
And since 7, the tremors haven't slowed down. They've stacked. Callers from multiple states are describing rolling ground emotion. Reports of thermal changes are coming in, steam, sulfur smells, unusual activity, but we're treating those carefully unless they're confirmed.
Here's what's new since the last hour. USGS just posted a stronger event, strong enough that we're not going to brush it off as just Yellowstone being Yellowstone.
Magnitude 5.8 earthquake centered under Yellowstone Lake. Timestamp about 10 minutes ago.
5.8 under the lake. Okay, that's the line. That's where this stops being a curiosity story and becomes a serious public safety situation.
Lines are full. We're going to prioritize calls closest to the park first.
And please listen to me. If you're calling from the area and you're driving, do not call us if it puts you at risk. If you can't pull over, don't call. Your safety is worth more than being live on the radio.
We've got a park ranger on the line. Male name, Ranger Paul Alvarez. That's me.
Ranger Alvarez, you're on Red Zone Radio. Where are you right now?
I'm on the north side, near one of the service access routes. I'm not giving exact coordinates because I don't need tourists trying to find me, but I'm in the park.
Understood. What happened when that 5.8 hit?
The ground, it didn't just shake, it bucked like an animal. We had people on boardwalks. Thank God some areas were already closed, because those boards were moving. And then we started getting what I can only call steam explosions. Not geysers, explosions.
When you say steam explosions, are you describing something erupting out of the ground?
Urgent. Yes. Loud, fast, hot. Dirt and rock thrown up. We've got cracks opening in places that were solid ground yesterday. One of our guys saw a fissure near a trailhead, just split, like someone took a giant knife to the earth.
Are there injuries?
Pained. We've got reports of injuries. Falls, burns. We're trying to move people out. The problem is the roads. People are already trying to leave. It's turning into a traffic nightmare, and that was before this one.
What instructions are you giving visitors right now?
Leave. If you're in the park, leave. Follow ranger direction. Do not stop to take pictures. Do not go near thermal areas. Do not go off the road. If you feel shaking, get away from anything that can fall. But the big thing is, get out of the park.
Ranger Alvarez, are you being told this is a precaution, or are you being told this is an emergency?
We're being told to clear the park. That's all I'm going to say. Clear it.
Okay. Ranger Alvarez, please stay safe. If you can call back later with verified updates, do it.
If I get another minute, I will.
That's a ranger inside Yellowstone using the words clear the park after a 5.8 under the lake and steam explosions. That's not internet rumor. That's a professional on the ground. And he sounded like he was trying not to say something. We're not going to guess. We're going to stick to what's confirmed. We have a major quake and hydrothermal explosions. That's enough to justify evacuation in the immediate area.
Emergency broadcast messaging is being shared across local stations up there. We have text here from an official source in Wyoming and Montana counties. Evacuation orders expanding to a 50-mile radius around parts of the park. It's coming in as mandatory in some areas, urgent advisory in others.
50 miles is not, let's go for a scenic drive. That's real.
If you're inside that radius and you're hearing this right now, you do what your county tells you. Do not try to outsmart it. Do not wait for the perfect confirmation that will make you feel emotionally comfortable. Move.
And if you're outside that radius, you prepare. Basic supplies. Fill your tank if you can, but don't cause a gas station riot. Make a plan for kids, pets, elderly family, and keep your radio on.
Calls from the evacuation roads are coming in. we're going to take one. Mail caller, Darren, stuck on I-90. Darren, you're on. Jenny, it's not moving. It's not moving at all. We've been crawling for like 20 minutes and I can still see the same sign. People are out of their cars. Someone's screaming at a guy in an RV. There's kids crying. Jaren, where are you coming from? We were camping outside the park, just outside. We left when we got the first alert, but everybody left at once. And then that big one hit and people lost their minds. I saw a truck swerve, almost flipped. Firm. Are emergency vehicles able to move? Barely. I saw one ranger truck trying to get through and people wouldn't move, like they're frozen. Commanding. Darren, listen to me. Stay in your vehicle unless you have to get out for safety. Keep your seatbelt on. If you see emergency vehicles, move as far as you can to make space. Don't block lanes with panic decisions, and keep your headlights on if visibility changes. Fearful. Jenny, what are we leaving from? People are saying eruption. People are saying it's happening. Measured, honest. Right now, we have confirmed major earthquakes, confirmed steam explosions, and confirmed evacuations expanding. We do not have official confirmation of a full volcanic eruption yet, but you don't need that word to take evacuation seriously. Okay, I've got my wife and my little boy. I'm trying not to. Soft but firm. Keep your voice steady for them. You're doing the right thing leaving early. Call us back if you see anything you can clearly describe. Ash, rockfall, sudden darkness, emergency instructions. I will. Thank you.
Gridlock on I-90 already. That's going to be the story of the morning. Too many people, too few roads. USGS is posting more and more. Trimmer count is through the roof. Jenny, pull up the official feed again. Any language shift? Elevated activity continues. Ongoing monitoring. Public should follow local emergency guidance. They're still in cautious mode publicly. But that ranger wasn't. And neither are the counties expanding evacuation zones. That's the real-time truth. Local people closest to it are reacting faster than national wording. I'm seeing people online saying Old Faithful stopped erupting. Like it just stopped. Geysers can be unpredictable. I know, but a lot of people are saying it at once. If it's true, it could mean the underground plumbing changed, pressure shifted. That can happen during quakes. It doesn't automatically mean magma is at the surface, but it's not comforting. I'm going to say something and I want you to stop me if it's irresponsible. Go. Yellowstone is a supervolcano. People know that word. People fear that word. And right now it feels like we're all walking around it. We're not going to say it as a headline, but we are going to talk about reality. Yellowstone is a volcanic system. When that system shows major unrest, the correct response is respect, caution, and listening to officials. That's it. Okay. Here's another practical note for listeners in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho. If you have an N95 or a mask, keep it accessible. I am not saying ash is coming to you right this second. I am saying if it does, you do not want to be scrambling. Emergency text alerts are starting to go out to Wyoming residents. Stay alert. Prepare. Follow evacuation orders if issued. It's broad, but it's getting people ready. And when you get that buzz on your phone, it hits your stomach. We have another USGS guest available. Male scientist name, Dr. Aaron Price. I'll take him.
Dr. Price, thank you for joining us. Can you explain what concerns you most about the pattern this morning?
Good morning, Jenny. What we're seeing is a swarm that has increased in magnitude and frequency. The 5.8 under Yellowstone Lake is a notable event. We also have reports consistent with hydrothermal explosions, which can occur when shaking and pressure changes affect the geothermal system.
People keep asking, is this the beginning of an eruption?
At this moment, we cannot confirm a magmatic eruption. The hazard right now includes earthquakes, ground instability, and hydrothermal explosions. Those are dangerous in their own right.
There are also mentions of ground deformation being detected. Is that true?
We use multiple tools to monitor deformation, including satellite-based measurements. We are observing changes that are unusual in their speed and extent compared to baseline patterns. I want to stress, unusual does not automatically mean catastrophic, but it does mean we are taking it very seriously.
When you say unusual in speed, what does that imply?
It implies pressure is changing beneath the surface. That pressure can come from multiple sources, fluid movement, gas, and potentially magma. Distinguishing among those in real time is part of what we're working on.
So this is not routine?
This is not routine.
Dr. Price, what do you want the public to do in the next hour?
Follow official instructions. Stay out of closed areas. If evacuation orders are issued, comply immediately, and be prepared for communication delays and traffic congestion. This is a situation where early movement can reduce risk.
Thank you, Dr. Price.
All right, it's 8:34. This is escalating. We're moving into the part of the morning where the language shifts from monitoring to do something.
Michael, video is spreading online. People are claiming there's an ash cloud forming.
Claiming is the key word. Do we have any official confirmation?
Not yet, but multiple posts show a gray plume on the horizon. Some could be steam, some could be dust from road congestion, but a few look higher.
We describe what we can confirm. A plume is not automatically ash, but if it is ash, that's a different chapter.
There's another county message. Expanding evacuation zones. People are sharing screenshots like wildfire.
Wildfire is a good comparison. Information spreads, fear spreads, and then the roads choke.
Female caller from West Yellowstone again. Sounds like it might be the same area as earlier. Name, Lisa. That's you, Michael.
Put her through.
Michael, please listen. The ground is cracking behind the motel. Like an actual crack. And there's steam coming up. People are screaming and running. We're trying to get out, but my husband can't find the car keys.
Lisa, I'm here. Breathe. One breath in, slow, out. Now tell me exactly where you are. Are you inside the park or in town?
In town. West Yellowstone. We were going to do the park today. Thank God we didn't go in.
Good. You're not trapped deep inside. Now, do not go near the crack. Stay away from steam. Get everyone together and move toward your vehicle, but don't run blindly. Are you in a building right now?
We're outside because it felt like the building was going to fall.
Okay, stay away from brick, chimneys, and anything that can drop. Get your family together. Keys. If your husband can't find them, you have two options. Locate them fast or leave with another vehicle if you have a neighbor willing. But do not waste 10 minutes arguing. Time matters.
People are saying there's fire coming out of the ground near the gas station.
Lisa, focus only on what you personally see.
I see steam. I see the crack. I see people crying. And I feel the shaking. Again. Oh my God, it's happening again.
Lisa, get low and away from windows and poles. Protect your head. Stay calm. It will pass.
Please don't hang up.
I'm not going anywhere. When it stops, you and your family move to your vehicle. If you can't find keys in 1 minute, you find another ride or you walk to a safe open area away from structures and thermal zones until officials direct you. Do you understand me?
Yes. Oh my God.
Lisa, you're doing good. Keep your kids close. Stay out of the way of emergency vehicles. Call back if you can once you're moving.
Okay.
That was real panic.
That was a family in town watching the earth open up. That's not a forums problem. That's a human problem.
It's 8:49. Reports are multiplying.
And at 9, we're hearing there's an emergency press conference being scheduled. That's the moment officials step up to stop rumor from becoming riots.
Another update. Major seismic event under the lake is producing ongoing aftershocks. Roads out are gridlocked. People are stuck.
And we're about to get the word nobody wants to say out loud unless they're forced to.
Michael?
Yeah.
You said earlier your family is in Bozeman.
Yeah, my sister and my niece.
Have you talked to them?
I tried earlier. No answer. I'm not going to do this on air like it's a show, but I'm going to try again soon. Because if the network's jammed, that window closes.
Okay.
It's 9 o'clock Mountain. Another recap because the situation is moving fast. At 9 a.m., Yellowstone region has experienced a significant seismic escalation, including a magnitude 5.8 centered under Yellowstone Lake. A park ranger has reported hydrothermal steam explosions and ground cracking inside the park. Evacuation orders and advisories are expanding outward, some areas up to a 50-mile radius, depending on county direction. USGS officials tell us this is not routine, and they are monitoring ground deformation and other indicators.
We are also seeing widespread public reports of unusual geothermal behavior. We cannot confirm all of them, but the pattern matches what officials are describing: rapid changes and instability.
Now we are receiving confirmation from state emergency sources. An emergency press conference is scheduled within the hour. When that happens, we will carry the essential points.
Calls are coming in from people trying to evacuate. We're going to take a male caller stuck near Cody, Wyoming. Jenny speaking. Name, Hank. Hank, tell me what you're seeing.
Jenny, it's like everybody woke up at the same time and decided to leave. You got trucks, campers, families, people with horse trailers. Nobody's letting anyone merge. It's ugly.
Are you seeing law enforcement directing traffic?
Some, but there's too many people, and everybody's on edge. I saw a guy nearly swing on another guy because he thought he was cutting.
Hank, listen. Keep your distance from aggressive drivers. Do not stop in lanes. If you need fuel, plan it now. Don't ride your tank down to empty, because stations may run out or become congested. And if you hear official routes, follow those even if they feel slower.
Jenny, is it gonna blow? People are saying it's gonna blow.
We do not have official confirmation of a volcanic eruption at this moment. We have dangerous conditions already. Quakes, ground cracks, hydrothermal explosions. That's enough reason to evacuate when told.
All right. Just pray for us.
I'm thinking about you, Hank. Stay steady.
We're getting those same questions over and over. Is it going to blow? People want the simple yes or no that makes their fear feel organized.
And science doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
Okay, new video is being reposted by multiple local outlets now. It's not just random accounts. It appears to show a darker plume rising beyond the tree line. It could still be steam mixed with debris, but it's thicker and higher than earlier posts.
If local outlets are sharing, it's gaining credibility. Still, until UGSS or emergency management says ash, we don't label it.
Another message from an emergency source. Public should be prepared for ashfall in downwind areas if volcanic activity develops. That's the first time I've seen ash mentioned in official language.
If volcanic activity develops. That's careful phrasing, but that's the door opening.
I hate that my stomach knows what that means.
We keep moving. I'm gonna do something on air, and I'm not proud of it, but I'm doing it because if the phones jam and the next hour gets worse, I want it on record that I tried.
Okay.
I'm calling my sister in Bozeman. It's ringing.
Okay.
No answer.
Try once more.
I will, but not a dozen times. I'm not going to lock our line when people need it.
Okay.
If you're trying to reach family in affected areas and you can't get through, that doesn't mean they're gone. It can mean networks are overloaded. People are evacuating, they're driving, they're busy, surviving.
Here it is. The press conference feed is coming in.
All right, everyone breathe. We're going to give you only what matters. No politics, no long speeches, facts.
State and federal officials are confirming Yellowstone is now experiencing a volcanic eruption. They are calling it a major volcanic event. They are also using the phrase super volcanic event in the briefing. First time.
Okay, that is confirmation. This is not just unrest, this is an eruption underway.
They're expanding evacuation orders across parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. They're using catastrophic and life-threatening. They're warning of pyroclastic flows near the immediate area.
If you are close to Yellowstone and you can hear this, leave now if you are ordered. Do not wait. Pyroclastic flows are not something you outdrive once they're moving. They are deadly.
They're saying communities close to the park may already be in immediate danger, and they're telling people within a larger radius to evacuate because ash and additional hazards are expected.
Jenny, stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm here. It's just, Michael, they're talking about whole towns.
I know, but we keep going.
Ashfall is being reported already over 100 miles from the eruption site in some directions. People are describing a gray drift settling on cars.
And that means this isn't contained to the park. This becomes regional, and then national fast.
I-90 and I-15 are gridlocked. Reports of accidents, abandoned vehicles. Some people are running out of fuel. Emergency services are overloaded. Dispatch lines are swamped.
That's the other disaster inside the disaster. Traffic.
Mail caller, state trooper in Wyoming. I'll take him. Trooper, tell us what you're seeing.
We're trying to keep lanes moving, but people are panicking. They're stopping to film. They're pulling onto shoulders and blocking emergency access. We've got collisions already. We need folks to keep moving and follow directives, even if it feels slow.
Are you able to direct people towards safe routes?
We're doing it, but conditions change. If you get turned around, don't fight it. Don't create your own lane. And don't drive into ash if visibility drops. We've got people driving like they're in a snowstorm without headlights. It's dangerous.
Any message you want the public to hear?
If we tell you to evacuate, it's not optional. And if you're outside the zone, stay off the roads unless you're directed. You're clogging evacuation routes for people who have no choice.
Thank you, Trooper. Be safe.
That's the reality. The farther you are, the more you can help by not adding to the jam.
Michael, I'm getting messages from Kansas, from Nebraska, people asking if ash will reach them.
It might, depending on wind and the scale of eruption. We're not going to guess the map in this moment. We will tell you what's confirmed. But yes, this has the potential to affect far beyond the Rockies.
I can't believe we're saying this out loud.
We don't have the luxury of disbelief.
Another update. First responders are overwhelmed. 911 systems in some affected areas are collapsing. People are being told to use non-emergency lines if possible, but those are overloaded too.
That's when communities have to self-organize, help neighbors, stay calm, reduce calls unless absolutely necessary.
People near the park. Michael, I keep thinking about the ranger. I keep thinking about...
I know, but we keep broadcasting because somebody out there is making decisions based on what they hear.
You got a text.
I did.
Is it?
It's my sister. She says they got out of Bozeman. They're heading east. She says they're safe for now.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Michael, listen, hold on to that, because a lot of people listening don't have that text yet.
You're right. You're right.
It's 9:58. We're approaching 10. The official language has changed. This is now a confirmed major eruption event with expanding evacuations, pyroclastic flow risk near the immediate area, ash beginning to spread, highways gridlocked, and emergency systems under strain.
Coming up in the next section, we move into the part of this where the danger isn't just near Yellowstone. It starts arriving in places that thought they were safe.
And that's when the whole country wakes up.
Stay with us. Keep your radios on. And if you're downwind, pay attention, because the sky may start changing before you even understand why. It's 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Red Zone Radio, Denver. Michael Hale here.
Jenny here with him. If you're just tuning in, Yellowstone is now a confirmed major volcanic event. Evacuation orders are expanding across parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, and officials are warning that ash and additional hazards may spread far beyond the immediate area.
And we need to say something that honestly still sounds unreal when it comes out of your mouth. This crisis has reached Denver.
We're looking out the studio windows right now, and it's falling.
Gray dust. Not snow, not rain. It's ash.
It's light at first, like somebody shook a dirty blanket over the city, but you can see it on the ledges. You can see it on the cars. It's settling in thin layers, and it's quiet in a way I don't like.
Listen carefully, everyone. If ash is falling where you are, do not treat it like a curiosity. Do not go outside to film it. Do not have your kids run out and play in it. This is not harmless.
We're getting respiratory warnings now. Health departments advising people to stay indoors, close windows, and if you have to go out, cover your mouth and nose. If you have masks, use them.
Ash can irritate your lungs. It can trigger asthma. It can make people with heart and lung conditions struggle fast. And it can reduce visibility on roads like a blizzard, except it doesn't melt. It just keeps coating everything.
And if you're thinking, Denver is hundreds of miles away, you're right. That's what makes this so serious. The wind is doing what wind does.
We're going to keep this clean. What we know, what officials are saying, what you can do. No rumor, no internet panic.
Phones are lit again. We're going to take calls that match the current conditions: ash, visibility, travel, medical concerns.
And a reminder, if you're driving, don't call us unless you are safely pulled over. Not because we don't want to hear from you, because we want you alive.
First official guidance for Denver Metro: ashfall advisory, limit travel, keep pets indoors, protect water sources, avoid driving if possible. That's from local emergency management.
That's the first time our city is being directly told, stay in.
I-25 is already slowing down. People are trying to leave ahead of orders that haven't even been issued yet.
It's human instinct, but you can't outrun the air.
We have a male caller from Casper, Wyoming. That's me. Casper, you're on. Tell us what it looks like there.
Jenny, it's like nighttime. I swear to God, it's 10 in the morning and my porch light is on. Like it's midnight. You can't see the hills. You can't see the end of the street.
Is ash falling actively?
It's falling hard. It's in the air like smoke, but it's not smoke. It gets in your mouth. It tastes like pennies and dirt. I wrapped a shirt around my face and it still burns a little.
Are people driving?
Some are, and it's stupid. It's like driving in a dust storm mixed with snow. I watched 2 cars stop in the lane because they couldn't see. People are leaving their cars and walking. Any official instructions there? They told us to stay inside. Schools are sending kids home, but half the town wants to run and half the town is hiding in their basements.
If visibility is near zero, driving can kill you. Stay inside unless you're under an evacuation order and you have a clear route and guidance. If you must move, do it slow, lights on, and keep distance.
My neighbor's roof is already sagging a little. Not collapse, but you can hear it creak. Is that real? Can ash do that?
Ash can be heavy when it accumulates, especially if it gets wet. It can stress roofs. If you see sagging, stay out of that structure and contact local emergency management if you can. Don't climb onto roofs in low visibility.
We can't even get through on the phone. Lines are jammed.
I believe you. Keep your family indoors, protect your breathing, and conserve water if you can. Rick, thank you. Stay safe.
You too. Casper is basically a warning sign for what heavier ashfall looks like. Darkness, breathing irritation, structures stressed, people stranded.
And Denver is seeing the first layer right now. It's not Casper level yet, but it's here.
Which means if you're listening in Colorado, you need to treat this hour like your preparation window. If you need groceries, water, medication, do it smart, not panicked. Not like you're raiding store. But if you have nothing at home and ash is starting to fall, you don't wait until it's thick.
Hospitals are preparing in Denver right now. We have information that emergency departments are bracing for respiratory cases, especially children, seniors, and anyone with asthma or COPD.
And that brings us to something we want to say clearly. If you have asthma in your family, don't tough it out. Ash can set off an attack. Know where your inhaler is. Make sure prescriptions are filled if you can.
Female caller on the line, Maria in Aurora. That's Michael.
Maria, you're on. What's going on?
Michael, my daughter's got asthma. She's 7. We can already smell something weird outside. I'm looking at her inhaler and I'm thinking, do we leave? Do we stay? And I don't know what to do.
Maria, I hear you. First, is your daughter having symptoms right now? Coughing, wheezing, trouble breathing?
She's coughing a little. Not full attack, but she's sensitive. She gets anxious, then it gets worse.
Okay. Keep her indoors, close windows. If you have an air purifier, turn it on. If you don't panic. Just keep indoor air as clean as you can. Limit movement in and out of the house. If she uses rescue inhaler, keep it on you, not in a drawer. If symptoms escalate, you seek medical help early.
Should we evacuate?
Right now, Denver has an ashfall advisory, not a mandatory evacuation order. Leaving can expose her to more ash, especially if you get stuck in traffic. If officials later order evacuation, we follow it. Until then, the safest move for an asthma child is usually indoors with controlled air, not sitting on an ash-filled highway.
Okay.
Okay, so stay ready, but don't run.
Exactly. Pack a small go bag, medications, water, a child mask if you have it, comfort items. But keep her inside and calm. Talk to her like you've got this, because your calm will help her lungs.
Thank you. I'm trying.
You're doing the right thing by asking. Maria, call back if her symptoms change, and keep listening. We'll tell you if orders change.
Thank you, Michael.
That's what this is now. Not a headline. A mom looking at her kid's inhaler.
Exactly.
We have a volcanologist available for a short interview. Female scientist. That's Michael.
Dr. Patel, this is Michael Hale at Red Zone Radio in Denver. Thank you for joining. People are seeing ash in a city hundreds of miles away and trying to understand what this means beyond the next hour. Can you explain what ashfall implies?
Michael, ashfall indicates that the eruption has enough energy to inject material high into the atmosphere, where winds can carry it long distances. The immediate danger close to the volcano is extreme: pyroclastic flows, ballistic debris, and intense heat. Farther away, ash becomes the main hazard: breathing problems, reduced visibility, contamination of water, and stress on infrastructure.
People also ask about climate impacts. Is it too early to talk about that?
It's early to quantify, but not early to explain possibilities. Large eruptions can inject sulfur dioxide and fine particles into the stratosphere, where they reflect sunlight and can cool surface temperatures temporarily. The magnitude of that effect depends on how much material reaches those altitudes and how long the eruption continues.
So the key variable is scale and duration.
Exactly. A short, powerful event is different from sustained eruptive activity that continues for weeks or months. Right now, we know the system is active and producing ash. The uncertainty is how it evolves.
Practical guidance for people under ashfall?
Stay indoors when possible. Use masks that can filter fine particles if you must go out. Protect eyes. Ash can irritate them. Avoid driving unless necessary. Ash reduces traction and visibility and can damage engines. And protect water supplies. Cover rain barrels. Don't let ash mix into drinking water sources.
Thank you, Dr. Patel. One last question. People hear the word supervolcano and assume the entire country is instantly unlivable. Is that a fair assumption?
No, it's a catastrophic event, but impacts vary by distance and by wind. Some regions will face dangerous ashfall, others may have lighter dusting. The key is to follow official guidance and adapt as conditions change, rather than surrendering to worst-case speculation.
Facts over fear. Dr. Patel, thank you.
That's helpful and still terrifying.
Both can be true.
Highway Patrol reports I-25 South is becoming increasingly difficult. Visibility issues and traffic. Some areas are reporting it's close to impassable in stretches because people are trying to leave and they can't see.
That's the trap. If you leave too early, you clog roads. If you leave too late, you drive blind.
And the ash is getting thicker outside our windows. You can see it now in the air, not just on the ledges.
Controlled. Let's talk about power. We're hearing reports of outages in areas with heavier ash accumulation. Ash can foul equipment and, if it gets wet, can become conductive. It can also weigh down lines and trees.
We have internal confirmation from our building management. We may see interruptions today. The station has generator capability if needed.
If that happens, we stay on as long as we can.
Staff conversation in the hallway. People are asking whether we should evacuate now before any formal order because some of them have kids at school.
That's real, and we're going to address it without turning this into drama. Here's the decision framework. If there is a mandatory evacuation order for our area, we follow it. If there is not, we stay and broadcast as long as it's safe to do so. That's the mission.
But people have families.
I know, and that's why we're going to be careful and flexible.
Denver hospitals preparing for respiratory emergency influx. They're setting up triage protocols. They're asking the public not to flood ERs unless symptoms are serious. That's official guidance.
If you're coughing a bit, you don't rush the hospital and overwhelm it. If you're struggling to breathe, chest tightness, blue lips, yes, get help. Use judgment. Think of the system.
Caller reports are coming in about ash in North Colorado Springs now, and farther south. That means the plume is reaching deeper into the state.
And we have a new message. Power outages beginning in areas with heavy ashfall, some stations switching to generators. That includes smaller local stations.
Which means radio becomes even more important if internet and cell networks struggle.
Exactly.
It's 10:42. We're receiving an updated emergency advisory that includes language about potential structural strain from ash accumulation. People should avoid climbing on roofs to clear ash unless directed by professionals.
Roof falls kill people even on normal days. With ash and low visibility, it's worse.
Male caller in Cheyenne, Tom. Recurring caller. I'm taking him. Tom from Cheyenne, you're on. Tell us what you've got.
Jenny, I've been trying for a while. I don't know if you can hear me clear, but this is bad. This is really bad.
I hear you. Talk slow. What do you see?
The sky's not a sky anymore. It's like a lid. Ash is coming down heavier than any snow I've ever seen, and people are leaving, but they don't know where to go. I watched a guy turn his car around 3 times like he thought one direction would be safe if he picked the right one.
Are roads moving at all?
Barely. I tried to head south and it's clogged. Trucks, families, people with trailers. Then you got folks just pulling over because their engines are choking. I'm telling you, Jenny, I saw a car stalled and the guy was pounding on the hood like he could fix physics.
Firm. Are you staying put or moving?
I don't know. I don't want to sit here and wait for it to get worse, but I also don't want to be stuck on the highway if visibility goes to 0.
Tom, if you are not under a mandatory evacuation order and visibility is deteriorating, sheltering can be safer than driving blind. If an order comes, you move when told. Right now, prioritize breathing protection, keep your vehicle ready, and don't waste fuel crawling if you don't have to.
People are saying Denver's going to get cleared out. They're saying you're going to have to leave too.
We don't have a mandatory evacuation for Denver at this moment. If that changes, we will tell you immediately.
I keep losing signal. If I drop, just know I'm trying to keep my wife calm. She's staring out the window like she can't process it.
Tom, tell her you're with her and you're thinking. That's what she needs.
Okay. Jenny, if you stop broadcasting...
We're here, as long as we can be.
Thank you.
Tom? Tom, I can't hear you now.
We lost him.
Cell networks are starting to fail, or at least overload. People can't get through, calls are dropping, and that isolation makes panic worse.
Which is why radio matters right now. If you can hear us, you're connected.
It's 11 a.m. Mountain. We need another clean recap for everyone who just found a radio.
At 11 a.m. Mountain, Yellowstone is in a confirmed major volcanic event. Ash is now falling in Denver and across parts of Colorado, with heavier ash and near darkness reported in parts of Wyoming, such as Casper. Health departments are issuing respiratory warnings. Stay indoors, close windows, cover mouth and nose if you must go out. Travel is becoming dangerous due to reduced visibility and congestion. Hospitals are preparing for respiratory cases, and power outages are being reported in heavier ash areas.
If you are not under a mandatory evacuation order, sheltering indoors may be safer than getting stuck on a highway under ashfall. If you are under an order, comply quickly and follow official routes.
Now, this next update is serious, and we're only reading it because it's coming through official channels.
Government announcement. Martial law has been declared in certain affected regions to support evacuations, protect critical infrastructure, and limit travel where conditions are hazardous.
That word, martial law, makes people think soldiers on every corner. What it means in practical terms for most places is controlled movement, enforcement of evacuation zones, and restrictions designed to keep roads usable and reduce violence.
Tense. Airports across the region are closing. Ash is not like weather you fly through. It can damage engines. Flights are being grounded.
That also means if you were thinking I'll just leave by plane, that option is closing fast.
We're receiving reports of looting in some Denver neighborhoods. Not widespread, but enough that police are responding.
Don't go hunting for drama. Don't confront groups. Lock your doors, stay with neighbors. And don't spread unverified locations like it's a game, because that attracts more danger.
And now, this is personal. I'm seeing a call coming in marked husband. That's mine.
Jenny?
I have to take it, because if I don't, I'm going to lose my mind. Jake, you're on. Talk to me.
Jen, you need to leave right now. I'm serious. I don't care what you think your job is. Get out.
Jake, I can't just abandon the station. People are listening. They're making decisions based on what we say.
And what about our family? What about me? You think I want to hear my wife on the radio while ash is falling and you're acting like you can control it?
I'm not acting like I can control it. I'm acting like I can help.
Help by getting yourself killed?
Don't do that. Don't put that in my head.
It's already there. Jen, listen to me. The city's going to issue an evacuation. They're going to. And when they do, you're going to be stuck in that building trying to be brave while everyone else is gone.
I don't want to be brave. I want to be useful.
I need you alive. I need you home.
Jake, I can't promise you anything except this. If we get an order, I leave. If the building becomes unsafe, I leave. But until then, I'm staying, because people don't have the information you have. They don't have someone calling them, telling them to go. They have silence.
I hate this.
Me too.
Tell me you'll at least pack your things. Tell me you have a bag.
I have a bag.
Okay. Then keep your phone charged, keep water, and Jen, please don't be the last voice on the radio because you refuse to move.
I hear you. I hear you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Jenny, you okay?
No, but I'm here.
That call is what a lot of families are having right now, in different words. Stay and help versus leave and live.
And we're about to get a decision forced on us.
Checking messages, voice hardening. We just received it.
What?
Mandatory evacuation orders are being issued for Denver and all of eastern Colorado due to intensified ashfall, visibility hazards, and infrastructure strain.
Denver? Mandatory?
That means this isn't optional. That means if you are in Denver and you are hearing this, you need to prepare to move when officials direct you, but you also need to understand something. Roads may not be safe if visibility collapses. Listen for route guidance. Do not just rush outside.
Ashfall is intensifying. Visibility is dropping in parts of the metro. We're getting reports of near zero visibility in pockets where the wind gusts.
And that's when the city turns into a hazard maze.
We're also hearing emergency broadcast messaging in some areas. Seek shelter immediately. Do not attempt travel. That's being issued as conditions deteriorate.
So if you're hearing both mandatory evacuation and do not travel, you follow the most current local instruction. Sometimes evacuation means get ready and move when told, not run blindly into a storm.
Station staff discussion. Michael, the manager, is signaling. They want to know if we evacuate now or continue broadcasting.
We stay on as long as we can do it safely and legally, but we also prepare to leave. Dave needs to ready the generator protocols if power drops, and everyone needs their bags.
And if we go, we tell people where to find information, emergency frequencies, official channels, without pretending we can stay forever.
Exactly, because this is no longer just Yellowstone. This is the front line of a national crisis moving with the wind.
And if Denver looks like Casper in the next hour,
the noon won't feel like noon anymore. It's 12 p.m. Mountain Time. You're still with Red Zone Radio in Denver. I'm Michael Hale.
Jenny here. If you've stayed with us since morning, you already know this isn't the day any of us plan to have.
Quick situation update at noon. Ashfall has intensified across Colorado and surrounding states. Visibility is degrading in waves, and we're getting reports from Wyoming that midday looks like night. Mandatory evacuation orders have been issued for Denver and much of eastern Colorado, and at the same time, in some areas, officials are warning people to shelter immediately because travel is becoming dangerous.
If that sounds contradictory, it's because conditions are changing minute to minute. In many cases, evacuation means prepare, stage, move when routes are safe and directed, not panic driving into zero visibility.
And we need to say this as clearly as we can. You may not be able to trust your eyes today. Noon may not look like noon.
Michael, look outside.
It's dimming. Not like clouds. Like someone turned a dial down on the world.
It's 12:01 and the street lights are on. Cars have headlights on. People are moving like it's late evening.
That's the ash cloud thickening overhead. The sun's still up there. We just can't see it.
For everyone listening, if your area is darkening midday, do not interpret it as weather. That can be ash density. That can be dangerous visibility conditions. If you're on the road and it's turning dark, slow down. If you can safely pull off and shelter, consider it.
Our building management is reporting major strain on the power grid in parts of the metro. We have already transitioned key systems to backup protocols. If you're at home, be ready for outages.
And please, please, if you lose internet today, do not assume you're alone. It may simply be the system buckling under load and damage.
This is exactly why radio still matters.
Reports now. Ashfall as far east as Kansas. Ashfall as far south as New Mexico. That's not rumor. Those are regional emergency management summaries being compiled across multiple jurisdictions.
That's a national spread. That means you can be nowhere near Yellowstone and still be dealing with the consequences.
And now we're getting water advisories. Multiple areas reporting that ash is contaminating reservoirs, open water sources, and even some municipal intakes. People are being told to cover water storage, avoid collecting ash-laced runoff, and follow boil advisories if issued.
If you have stored water, protect it. Cover it. If you have to draw water later, treat it as potentially contaminated. Don't make yourself sick trying to avoid thirst.
We're going to read a few listener texts, not because texts are news, but because they're showing what's happening on the ground. People are helping each other while systems wobble.
Go ahead.
Ginny, Sarah from Littleton, my neighbor I've never talked to, knocked on our door with extra masks and bottled water. She said she used to be a nurse and told us how to keep our kid calm. Another one, Travis in Pueblo, we're sharing our garage with 2 families who got stuck here. We're just trying to keep everybody inside. And Nancy in Greeley, church is opening the basement for folks who don't have a safe place.
That's the part of America I want to believe in. Because when government systems and roads and internet start failing, what keeps you alive is people.
Ginny, Michael, there's also fear. People are sending messages about fights at grocery stores, people trying to force their way into gas stations, arguments over masks.
That's real too. Fear turns people into something ugly when they feel trapped.
We have a FEMA director available for a short interview. Male voice, that's me. Director, this is Jenny with Red Zone Radio in Denver. Thank you for joining. People are asking one question again and again. Who's in charge of this right now, and what should they expect in the next few hours?
Jenny, thanks for having me. Coordination is underway between federal, state, and local agencies, but I want to be honest. Conditions are extremely challenging. We have widespread mobility issues due to ash and traffic. Communications networks are strained, and some areas are experiencing power disruptions. The priority is protecting life, evacuations where necessary, shelter guidance where travel is unsafe, and medical support for respiratory emergencies.
Jenny, tight. Are you seeing coordination break down?
We're seeing delays and gaps. In an event of this scale, you can't move resources like you would for a localized disaster. Aircraft are limited by ash conditions. Road movement is constrained. That's why we're emphasizing that communities may need to shelter in place for periods of time, and local leadership will be critical.
Jenny, direct, worried. People are hearing the word aid and thinking trucks roll in and everything is fine. What's realistic today?
Realistic today is targeted support where we can reach it safely, and clear guidance so people can reduce risk where they are. If you're in heavy ashfall, we need you off the roads unless directed. If you're under evacuation orders, we need you following the routes provided. If you're sheltering, We need you minimizing exposure and conserving supplies. We're working to keep critical infrastructure functioning, but I can't promise a smooth experience.
Jenny, quiet. That's the most honest answer anyone's given today.
This is not a smooth event.
We're also hearing international responses, offers of aid. Can that even reach the U.S. if aviation is compromised?
International partners have reached out, yes. We're grateful. But delivery depends on logistics, air routes, ports, inland transport. Right now, we're still assessing the best ways to bring support in without adding strain to affected corridors. That will evolve as conditions stabilize in some regions.
Director, thank you. I know you're under pressure.
Thank you, Jenny. And to everyone listening, take the guidance seriously. This is a life safety situation.
This is not a smooth event. That's the official way of saying the machine is wobbling.
And it's wobbling while people are trying to move, breathe, and keep their families calm.
Which brings us to our own station decision. We received the mandatory evacuation order. Our staff is split between we should leave now and we should stay as long as we can and keep broadcasting.
People at home might be thinking, why are you still there? Let's be honest with them.
We're going to be honest. We are preparing to leave if we have to, but we're also weighing the reality that if we go silent, a lot of people lose a source of information that doesn't require internet.
Our staff is taking a vote.
Dave, what's the status?
Primary grid is unstable. We're seeing dips. We can run on backup generator if we need to, but fuel isn't infinite. If we stay, we need to be smart. Non-essential systems off, and everyone needs to be ready to move on short notice.
Station manager?
We've got half the staff with kids. Some have already left to get them. Remaining staff is willing to stay if it's safe and if we're not violating orders in a way that puts us in danger. But we need a clear line. We don't die for radio.
Nobody wants that.
Here's the vote. All staff remaining in the building. Stay and keep broadcasting as long as conditions allow and it remains safe. Raise your hand.
I see hands.
Okay. We're staying. For now. Not because we're brave, because information is survival right now. But we are also preparing to evacuate if conditions cross a line.
And we're going to keep telling you where to get official updates, county emergency management, state alerts, emergency broadcasts, without pretending we're the only voice.
It's 12:22. If you're listening in darkness, I want you to hear this. You're not crazy. You're not imagining it. The sky can go dark from ash. That's happening.
We have a male caller from Kansas, Wichita area. That's me. Sir, you're on. Tell me what you're seeing.
Jenny, I'm in Wichita. I'm not near mountains, I'm not near Yellowstone, and I'm wiping gray dust off my truck. My kids asked if the house is burning.
Steady. Is ash actively falling right now?
Light. Like dirty snow but dry. It's not thick, but it's there. And the sky looks hazy. People at work are talking about leaving, but leaving for where?
Wichita getting ash confirms the spread. Here's the practical guidance. Keep kids and pets indoors as much as possible. Close windows and avoid unnecessary driving if haze thickens. This may not be an evacuation situation for you right now, unless local officials say otherwise, but it is a health and infrastructure situation.
My wife's pregnant. Should we go to family out east?
Before you decide travel, check your local advisories. If the air quality worsens, long drives can be hard and highways may get congested. If you're not under an evacuation order, sheltering and protecting indoor air can be safer than joining a mass movement.
So we stay put unless told.
That's the safest default in many areas, unless your local authorities give different instructions. Thank you, Evan.
Kansas is getting ash. That means the whole map is changing.
We're also hearing New Mexico, Santa Fe, and Albuquerque area light ash reports. And we have to be careful because at this point, the internet is full of fake images too.
Which brings us to verification. We're losing the ability to verify quickly because networks are degrading.
Internet is going down across parts of the region. We're seeing slowdowns, outages, and limited access.
That means our normal way of cross-checking, multiple sources, fast updates, becomes harder. So we're going to lean on official bulletins and direct calls from people we can question carefully.
It's 12:45. The darkness outside is deeper now. If you're in Colorado, you know what we mean.
It feels like the day is closing early, and your brain doesn't like it. That psychological effect matters. People get disoriented, they make bad decisions, so we're going to keep repeating steady guidance.
Breathe through cloth if you don't have a mask. Keep your eyes protected if ash is blowing. Keep your water covered. Keep your phone charged when possible, but understand networks may fail.
And if you're in an area where ash is heavy, check on neighbors, especially older folks who may not be able to seal windows or may not have supplies.
People are doing that already. We're getting more texts about neighbors sharing food, sharing masks, sharing chargers.
That's the only reason some people make it.
It's 1:05 p.m. We have a new bulletin. Volcanic activity may continue for days or weeks. That's seismologists and scientists setting expectations. This is not necessarily a 1-hour disaster.
Days or weeks. That changes the math on everything. Food, water, medical supplies, energy.
Hospitals are declaring states of emergency across multiple states. Respiratory cases are rising. Capacity is being strained.
And that's just from ash, not from trauma, not from evacuation crashes, not from panic incidents.
Male caller from Colorado Springs, first responder. That's me. Sir, you're on. What are you seeing?
Jenny, we're drowning. We're getting calls for asthma attacks. People who drove into low visibility and crashed. People who can't breathe. People who are panicking and calling 911 because the sky went dark. We can't get to everyone.
Are you being given new orders?
We're being told to prioritize life-threatening only, and even then, we're having trouble moving through traffic and haze. Some units are being repositioned, and some guys are being told to prepare to evacuate themselves if conditions get worse.
First responders being told to evacuate?
We're human. We can't help if we can't breathe. That's what they're telling us. It feels wrong, but it's real.
You did everything you could, Sam.
It doesn't feel like enough.
Listen, if you're listening and you're thinking of calling 911, do it only for true emergencies. If you are safe indoors and just scared, please don't flood the lines. You may block someone who cannot breathe.
Thank you.
We're human. That's the sentence that hits hardest, because people imagine systems as machines. They're not machines. They're people.
It's 1:30. Our station is now fully operating in contingency mode. Non-essential systems are off. Dave is monitoring the generator and backup plan.
And we're receiving multiple warnings about building safety. Ash accumulation is stressing structures. If you're in a building with a flat roof, pay attention. If you see sagging, cracking, or unusual strain, do not ignore it.
We have a caller describing a collapse from ash accumulation. Female caller, name Angela. That's Michael.
Angela, you're on Red Zone Radio. Where are you?
Michael, I'm in a smaller town east of Denver, out near the plains. We had a big metal building like a warehouse, and the roof, it came down. It just came down. People were inside.
Angela, are you safe right now?
I'm outside, I'm safe, but I can hear people yelling, and the air is so bad. We tried to go in, and then we started choking.
Do not go back in without breathing protection and without guidance. I know that sounds cruel, but you can become another victim. Our emergency service is responding.
We called. It's busy. They told us to shelter and wait. Wait, Michael, how do you wait when...
You do what you can safely. If you have masks, distribute them. If you can keep people away from unstable walls, do it. Do not climb onto the structure. Keep a head count of who was inside if possible, because that helps rescuers later. And keep everyone calm and low exertion. Ash inhalation gets worse when people are running and screaming.
My brother was inside.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Stay with us, Angela. Keep your phone line open for responders if they call back, and if you can, send someone to meet emergency units safely away from the collapse so they can find you fast.
Okay.
We're with you.
That's the first collapse report we've had directly.
It won't be the last if ash keeps accumulating.
It's 2 p.m. Mountain. This is where our segment shifts from surreal darkness into systems failing.
Situation update at 2. Internet outages increasing across the region. Verification is harder. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Ash is spreading across the country. And now, this station's biggest vulnerability is fuel.
Dave, tell us plainly.
Backup generator fuel is not infinite. With the current load, we have hours, not days. If deliveries can't get in, once it's gone, we go to battery backup for transmission as long as we can, but it will not last forever.
Hours. That means we are on a clock.
And outside, it's darker than it should be at 2 in the afternoon. That messes with people. That pushes panic. That pushes depression.
I want to say something as plainly as I can, because this is the part of the day where people start losing their grip. Not because they're weak, but because the world stops behaving like the world.
Go ahead.
We're built around patterns: morning, afternoon, evening, light, dark, work, home. When the sun disappears at noon, your brain starts whispering that reality is broken. And when reality feels broken, people do reckless things to feel control again. Driving when they shouldn't, fighting when they shouldn't, hoarding, blaming, tearing at each other like that fixes anything. But control right now looks boring. It looks like sealing a window. It looks like checking on a neighbor. It looks like not calling 911 unless someone's actually dying. It looks like telling your kid, I'm here, and we're going to get through this hour.
That's what people need to hear.
Because we can't change Yellowstone today. We can only change how we respond to it.
Michael, I need to reach my family. Just a text, just something. And my phone, it's dying.
Jenny.
I've been keeping it charged and it's still between alerts and calls and everything. It's dropping fast and I can't get through and
Look at me. Breathe. What percentage?
It's basically done.
Dave, do we have a power bank?
We've got one. I'll bring it. It's not even just battery. It's the network. Even when I had charge, it wasn't going through.
Then your family is likely experiencing the same thing. That's not a sign they're gone. It's a sign the system is overloaded.
I know that logically. I hate not knowing.
Me too.
We're also getting reports that ashfall is now being detected across much of the United States. Light in some places, heavier in others. It's becoming a national crisis, not a regional story.
And with the internet unreliable, people will fill in the gaps with fear. That's why we keep talking.
We have another mail caller, hospital worker. That's me.
Sir, you're on. What's happening where you are?
Jenny, I'm at a hospital outside Denver. We're out of space. People are lined up. We have kids with coughing fits, older folks with oxygen issues, and we're trying to triage, but the numbers keep coming. We're telling people to stay home if they can, but they're scared.
Are supplies holding?
Grim. Masks are running low. Oxygen is being rationed carefully. Staff are burning out, and some staff can't even get in because roads are a mess.
If you could tell the public one thing, what is it?
Urgent. If you can breathe, stay home. If you're panicking, stay home. If you're truly struggling to breathe, come in. But don't bring your entire family into the waiting room to sit for 6 hours. It spreads fear and it spreads illness.
Thank you, Louise. Be careful.
If you can breathe, stay home. That's the new public health slogan, whether anyone likes it or not.
It's 2:45, and we are receiving internal emergency services radio traffic summaries that indicate some units are being pulled back, not because they don't care, but because conditions are becoming unsafe for responders.
When responders evacuate,
That's the line where you realize help isn't guaranteed anymore.
And we're not far from that line here.
Coming up, we need to make a decision. Do we continue broadcasting as our fuel clock runs down? Or do we preserve the ability to relocate and broadcast later from somewhere safer?
Either way, people are going to be scared when voices go away.
And we are getting word. Multiple regional stations have gone silent already.
Michael.
Stay with us, because the next few hours may decide whether Red Zone Radio remains a voice in this darkness, or becomes another station people remember because it disappeared. It's 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Red Zone Radio, Denver. Michael Hale.
Jenny here. If you're hearing us right now, I want you to understand something. You're part of a shrinking circle, not because you did anything wrong, because communications are failing in pieces all over the region.
We've received word that several regional stations have gone silent. We don't know if it's power, damage, evacuation, or all of it. We just know the map of voices is getting smaller.
And outside this building, it doesn't look like Denver anymore.
The ash has thickened. You can't see the skyline clearly. The world is dim, gray, and muffled like it's under a blanket. But it's not a blanket. It's weight.
We need to do a clean situation update because a lot of people are picking up radios from drawers and cars right now.
Clear, controlled. Here's the update at 3 p.m. Mountain. Yellowstone's volcanic event continues. Ashfall is widespread across Colorado and beyond. Internet and cell service are degrading. Hospitals are overwhelmed with respiratory cases. Emergency response is strained. Denver and much of eastern Colorado are under mandatory evacuation orders, but in many areas travel is hazardous due to visibility, ash accumulation, and traffic.
Grave. The station is operating under contingency protocols. We have limited fuel for generator operations, and we may have to switch to battery backup for transmission at some point.
Which means our time is measured now.
And the building. Michael, look up.
Ceiling tiles have shifted.
Fearful. There are hairline cracks. Not massive, but enough that you notice them.
Controlled. We are not going to pretend that's normal. Ash on the roof is weight. If it accumulates enough, especially if moisture mixes in, it becomes a structural problem.
Tense. Most of the staff has already left. It's down to a few of us.
Right now in this building, me, Jenny, and Dave in engineering. That's it. Still here.
Dave's still here.
People listening might be wondering why we didn't all leave as soon as the order came through.
Because we thought we could help longer than we could hurt ourselves. And because we didn't want to vanish without warning.
But we have to face reality. The station may not be able to stay on air indefinitely.
So, we're going to do what we should have done earlier for people in their own homes. We're going to plan out loud.
If we stay into the last second and lose power abruptly, you hear silence. That creates panic. If we manage the shutdown, we can give people information and a direction, where to listen next.
Exactly. That's where our heads are. We're going to open the lines for a few calls.
Final calls, potentially. If you're calling, keep it short. Location, condition, and one question if you have it.
And to everyone listening, please don't call to ask us to predict the future. We can't. Call if you have real information or you need immediate practical guidance.
Male caller, Tom, recurring. I'm taking him.
Tom from Cheyenne, you're on. Are you safe?
Jenny, I made it out. Not safe like normal, but I made it. I'm in Nebraska now. Pulled into a rest stop with a bunch of other folks. We're just sitting in our cars.
Nebraska? Tom, that's a long drive.
It took forever. Cars abandoned everywhere back there. People just walking with whatever they can carry. I saw families pushing strollers on the shoulder because their cars died.
I'm glad you got through.
I needed to say thank you. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but your voices kept me sane. When everything looked like night and my wife was crying, hearing you talk, hearing someone sound like a human who wasn't losing it, kept us moving.
Tom.
Are you guys leaving?
We don't know yet. We're still on, but we're running on limited power and the building is under stress. If we have to go, we'll tell you.
Please do. Because if you disappear, people will think the world ended.
The world isn't ending. It's changing. And you're still here.
Tell your wife that.
I will.
Thank you, Jenny. Stay safe, Tom. Take care of each other out there.
That call. That's why we stayed.
And now, we have to decide how to stop staying.
Guys, fuel is lower than I like. We can keep the transmitter stable for a while longer, but we should start assuming we'll go to battery within the next hour or two.
Copy that.
We also have a scientific update coming in. Official. Eruption could last months. Significant climate impact possible. They're cautioning about prolonged disruption.
Months. That means this isn't just a get through today story. It's a rebuild life story.
And people will remember which voices helped them through the first day.
We're going to help them as long as we can.
Female caller. Goodbye message. Name, Denise. That's Michael.
Denise, you're on Red Zone Radio.
Michael, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm in an apartment with my mom and my 2 kids. We can't leave. Roads are too bad. And hearing you and Jenny, it makes it feel less like we're trapped in a nightmare by ourselves.
Denise, you're not alone. You are absolutely not alone. Tell me, do you have water? Do you have any breathing protection?
We have some bottled water. We tape towels at the bottom of the door like you said earlier. My mom has a scarf over her face when she has to go near the window.
That's good. Keep indoor air as still as you can. Don't open doors unnecessarily. If you have any way to dampen dust, do it carefully. Don't create mud and slip hazards. Check on your neighbors if you can safely, especially elderly folks.
Michael, do you think we'll be okay?
Denise, I can't promise outcomes, but I can tell you, what you're doing is the right survival behavior. Calm, sealed space, supplies, staying off roads in bad visibility, that gives you the best chance.
Okay.
Keep your kids close. Tell them the truth in simple words. The air is dirty outside. Inside is safer. We're going to wait until it's safe to move. Thank you. Thank you for calling. You take care of your family. The calls are turning into goodbyes.
The building is getting louder. Little pops and creaks.
That's what I'm hearing too. Dave, how long on battery if we switch? Depends on output. If we reduce power, we might hold transmission a while longer, but it'll weaken. People farther away may lose us first.
So even our goodbye will fade in layers.
Yeah.
I need to do something, Michael.
What?
If we go off the air and my family never hears from me again, I want my voice out there, just in case they stumble across it, just in case radio is the only thing they find.
Do it.
Mom, Dad, Jake, if you're hearing this, if you found a radio somewhere and this is what you got, please know I love you. I didn't stay here because I loved you less. I stayed because this is what I know how to do. And I wanted to help people not panic. I wanted to be useful.
Yeah, Jake, I'm sorry for the fight. I heard you. I did. I'm going to leave if we can. If we can. Please don't hate me for it. Please remember the good. Jenny.
Okay, back to work.
It's 3:40 p.m. We need to talk about where people can find information if we go silent.
Local emergency broadcast frequencies, county alert systems, any functioning stations. And for those with shortwave capability, monitor emergency bands. We can't list every frequency for every county, but we can tell people, keep scanning, keep listening. And we can tell people the principle. The voice that matters is the one giving you actionable guidance, not the one selling fear. We also got word that multiple communities are reporting abandoned vehicles, stalled engines from ash exposure, and wrecks on evacuation routes. If you are in Ashfall and you are not under immediate life threat, sheltering may still be the safer move until visibility improves. And now a critical update. Our roof load threshold warning has been triggered by building management. They're saying structural stress is increasing.
Guys, I'm seeing fluctuations. We need to prepare to switch. It might happen without our permission. Understood.
It's 4 p.m. Mountain. We are entering what may be our last 2 hours on stable power. And we're going to use them wisely. One more male caller. First responder. That's me. Sir, you're on. Keep it brief.
Jenny, we're being ordered to evacuate. We're pulling out. We can't help anymore. We can't see, we can't breathe, and they're telling us to go.
I'm so sorry.
Tell them. Tell people we tried. Tell them we didn't leave because we...
I will. And you did everything you could. You're not a machine.
Good luck.
We can't help anymore. That's the sentence nobody wants to hear.
And it's spreading.
At 4:30, Dave is reporting generator sputtering.
It's not dead, but it's unstable. We need to switch to battery soon to avoid a hard crash.
Do it.
That means our transmission will weaken.
And that means we say what we need to say now, while we're still strong.
Michael, I'm scared.
Me too. But we're going to do it anyway. To everyone listening, whatever happens next, remember this. Panic is contagious, but so is calm. You cannot control the ash. You cannot control the sky. But you can control your next decision. Protect your lungs. Protect your family. Don't waste your energy on fights. And don't run into danger just because you feel like you have to do something. Help your neighbor. Share what you can. If you have extra masks, give one away. If you have a generator, don't run it in a closed space. If you have a radio, share the information with someone who doesn't. And if you're far away, and you're just now getting light ash and thinking this can't be real, it is. Take it seriously early. Early action is kinder than late panic. We're going to shift now into emergency resources and final guidance. Listen closely. Steady. If you are under a mandatory evacuation order, follow your local route guidance and move when safe. If officials tell you to shelter, shelter. Do not mix the instructions. Your county knows your roads. Your county knows your conditions. Keep water covered. Avoid driving if visibility is low. If you must drive in ash, keep distance, lights on, and don't idle unnecessarily. Protect children and elderly from exposure.
Battery is live. Output is dropping. We feel it. If you lose us, keep scanning.
Michael, it's fading.
Jenny, it's been an honor.
Same, Michael. Same.
This is Red Zone Radio. Denver. Stay safe. Stay strong. Signing off.
We're with you.